All right, guys, here we go. Another PSA grade reveal video. By the way, this is Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with another PSA grade reveal from the Cross Country Collection. This should be episode number 108. Holy crap. 108 episodes just since the fall when I flew up to the great state of Connecticut and drove back with Cajun Jr. with what I thought was about 35,000 cards. I think it's going to end up being about 65,000, 70,000 cards total when you think about it. There's probably over about 6,000 or 7,000 just Michael Jordan cards when all is said and done, which is a pretty big number of Jordans. So today's grade reveal video, 50 cards, all 90s, some Jordan, some non-Jordan, a lot of finest. So all of you guys that are like, leave the coating, take the coating off, leave the coating, take the coating off, you're going to get some ammunition one way or another today. So you're going to like this video. Humongous potential in this video amongst the cards. A lot of those are finest cards with the coating where I took the coating off. And you'll see the grades, and I think you're going to find it very interesting. Stay tuned until the end. This is a 50 card order. I sent it on January 11th. Came back February 2nd. So this card came back in 22 days. Really interesting stuff. Stay tuned until the end. I'm going to show you all 50 cards. We go kind of quick on the channel. You know, I don't like to, I can't not talk, but I don't talk too much about the grades or what they should have gotten or this or that because it's just crying over spilt milk. And, you know, part of me thinks it's just a guess anyway. And so maybe some of these need to be cracked and resub. Keep that in mind as you're watching this. If you were me, which of these cards would you crack and resubmit? Because they look like 10s. And I know it's hard to tell from the video quality. I'm here in Louisiana with an iPhone, just a dumb 50-year-old Cajun trying to show pictures of what a card looks like. You need a jeweler's loop, you need a close eye and stuff like that. But 50 cards, enjoy the video. Come back at the end. We'll look at pops, prices, what I'm keeping, what I'm selling, what needs to be cracked and resubbed, and we'll kind of talk through some of that stuff. So enjoy the video, guys. PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code CAJUN, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. All right, the cards. Let's always start with the bad. Here we go. These are the cards that PSA chose not to grade, and it's one that matters. It's the high risers. So 1996 Stadium Club high risers, deemed men's size. So, and it's a good looking copy. Usually you can see the chipping on the edges and corners on the back. And guess what I forgot? Yes, that's right. My glasses. Okay. Glasses in hand, glasses on face now. So high risers will need to go back. We'll need to go back to PSA. One more time, and then ultimately, I guess I'll go BGS or whatever. Let's get cranking here. I'm going to go quick. PSA 9 on a Jordan Hoops card number 1. That's his base card. Actually, it's a League Leaders checklist, I think. No, what is this? Yeah, I don't think that's his true base card, but 1997 Hoops PSA 9. We got a Shaq. 1997 Finest Force, not the refractor, just the base, but I did peel the coating, and it came back a 10. So chalk one up for Team Peel right there. Peel, peel, peel. Kobe talking hoops. I wasn't sure about this card. The numbers made it look like it made sense to grade just in case it got a 10. And damn it, it looked really good. Came back a 9. The great Bill Walton down there. Michael Jordan Championship. Came back an 8. Blech. No good. No bueno. 97 Skybox Premium Team Skybox. This is a Tim Duncan rookie card, and God in heaven, please someone explain to me why this was not a 10. I have no idea whatsoever. This was as crisp and clean as it gets. This card was impeccable. If I was betting on any card in this submission to be a 10, it would have been this one. Came back a 9. So a 10, and 2 9s, and 2 8s. A Shaq Finest 1995 came back a 10. Only way there's value there is if it hits a 10, and it hit. Of course, I peeled the coating off that. Reggie Miller Championship came back a 7. Really don't understand this one. You guys can look, and you guys can stare, and I'm going to take you to every edge and every corner of this bad boy. This was crisp and delicious. I went through the whole set And I'm trying to remember, I think I pulled out maybe 5 or 6 of these that I thought had a chance at a 10 for a set collector out there. And Reggie Miller with the phallic symbols in the background came back a 7. A 7. I have no clue on that. I might just regrade it out of spite. All right, let's keep going. Really badass card. Gravity denied. It also came back a 7, which was totally undeserved. This definitely is in better condition than a 7. Edge wear on the back is kind of where you get into trouble. Maybe there's some issues up here around the ring, and that they just hit me crazy hard. That's clearly a problem right there. A little bit of whitening on the edges. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, 8 would have been probably more appropriate, but 7 on that gravity denied. I think I have a PSA 9 of that, so that's my highest. Kobe Championship. God, man, 97 Metal Universe Championship. Kobe also looked great to me. Came back an 8. What are we doing? We got an Iverson, 1996 finest. This is an Iverson rookie, the Sterling card number 240. 9. Took the coating off that. Hot Stuff, Jordan, 8. Centering has to be the culprit here. Everything else is absolutely crystal clear, fantastic, great centering. Top to bottom centering has to be the issue. Look at your little Hot Stuff symbol down there, pretty neat. 95 Hot Stuff insert. 8, damn. 8, yuck. This was a big one, and this was a Kraken resub, and it came back again. I think it was a 7 both times. I don't know, but it's serial numbered. It's a Tim Duncan rookie. Finest embossed refractor. It's serial numbered down here, as you can see, to 263. Card number 152 out of 263. TD going up to block. Somebody shot on the Wizards, and of course Will Purdue's in the picture as well. Great Vanderbilt legend. Came back a 7. Yuck. So far, really not great. Really not great. Here's the 45 MJ finest base, 1994. Came back a 9. Can't be too upset with a 9. Of course, I peeled the coating off of that. Removed the coating, let's say. Guess what? I got another one. Guess what? They don't want to give me a 10. So another 9. Another championship. This one came back a 9. So 97 Metal Universe Championship. The Garnett with the ski lift, or the oil well derrick in the background. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what kind of drugs they were using when they put together these Metal Universe and Metal Universe Championship cards. Steve Nash, finest rookie, number 75. The Apprentices comes back a 9. Of course, I removed the coating on that as well. So far, so good on removing the coating. Jordan Fleer Tradition Plus Factor from 1998, number 142, came back a 9. 9s are starting to build up, as you guys can see up here. 98 finest, Jordan number 81. Coating removed, came back a 9. Base, just the base. Jordan, same card. Coating removed, came back a 9. Card number 81. Garnett Skybox Premium Rookie. Only sent it because it looked like a 10. Relatively cheap card, number 233. This is a Garnett rookie card. It's actually a good-looking rookie card for sure. Pretty intense picture of Garnett on the background there. He was a pretty intense player, to be quite honest with you. Skinny, skinny little dude when he came into the league. Ended up being, he's always thin, but he ended up being an animal. Tops holding court. The base, coating removed. Came back a 9. They just didn't want to do it, did they? 1996 Tops 8. Yikes. I like the centering. It was fresh as hell. Whew, man, I'm just now realizing I got hit pretty hard on this order, because some of these cards I know were phenomenal. How about this? A Flair Showcase Row 2 Kobe PSA 8. Now we got a 10 on our first Jordan 10. Coating has been removed, and of course the cover, the surface looks absolutely glistening. It almost looks like a refractor. No greening at all. Looks like a refractor, but it's just a base. It's not a huge card. 97 finest, number 271, 10. I think I might have actually got another one in there that's a 10. Team Skybox, 2 in a row. Here we go. So this card, obviously, I love this card because I own the Star Ruby, serial number to 50. This card came back 235. I think this is the second 97 Skybox Premium 235 10 that I've gotten back from the cross country collection. So that card will probably be for sale because I already had one in my collection. Jordan Duncan over Ewing, as usual, 273, came back a 9. Got to be a 10 for any value there. Kobe 96 Topps base paper rookie 9. 10 would have been nice. 9, not so much. Plus factor Duncan rookie. Second year. Came back a 9. That had to be a 10. That card has no value. Another hot stuff. This one did come back a 9. And I'd like to look and let's just compare the centering on the 2 to see if that's what got me on this first one. I don't know. The top to bottom centering looks the same. The left to right centering looks the same. Everything about the card looks exactly the same. I remember holding the card. I didn't see any surface issues. If anything, the centering on this one on the back is better. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of cards where if I had more time, I'd really like to take a chance at cracking a resub and a bunch of them. Another 97 Finest, number 271, 9. Interesting. Can y'all see, I don't know, can y'all see that right there? The dark glare just to the left and right of his head, like there's spots, like a moisture spot almost. It's not on the 8, it's on the 9. I don't like that. I don't understand that. What is that? There's definitely, when I put it at that angle, I think y'all can see it right there. It looks like there's black coming out of the front and back of his head. What is up with that? Is it just the way it was? Oh, okay, yeah. When I push on it, it goes away. Interesting. Yep, and now it moves. It's almost like there's moisture. Look, I'm moving it now. Watch this. It goes away. How about that? There it comes. Watch this. It goes away. What is happening here? And someone who understands science can explain this to me. I'm gonna make it go away again. There it is. It's gone. Magic. Cajun magic. Cajun voodoo. Cajun magical voodoo. 97 Finest 271 9. 97 Finest 271 9. Of course, I removed the coating on almost all of these. Not all, but almost all of these. 1995 Finest. Top bottom centering. Wasn't perfect. 9. Well, I got some 9s, didn't I? Another 97 Finest 271. I think I did send in 4 total of these. This one came back a 10. And then this is something I need to look into. So I love to tell people how dumb I am. How many of these are there? Let's just put them all out. Okay, so there's 3 of these. 96, UD3, Star Focus, die cut, 8, 8, and 6. I thought there was a covering, a film on this, and I left the film on. And you know I'm not to leave the film, leave the coating guy on. But you can see it now, it's starting to peel. And that obviously happened after it was slabbed, which is probably, or after transit, which is why I got a 6. And this one you can see up here too, right there, you can see it's starting to come off. I am gonna crack, I'm probably gonna crack all 3 of these and take that coating off and resend it, to be quite honest with you. So look for these to go back, seriously. So I'm probably gonna send those back. 886 on those Star Focus. 98 Fleer Tradition Jordan, the base card, but not a high pop card. Number 23, the true base from 98 Fleer Tradition, got a 10. They changed the name from Fleer to Fleer Tradition in 1988 for whatever reason. And then probably the biggest card in here and the card that means the most to me, happy with a 9 grade on this one. It's the 1998 Finest Arena Stars. Came back a 9. Really, really good looking card. Not a refractor, just hyperfoil city here. I guess it could have come back a 10, which would have been humongous, but came back a 9. That's it, guys. Stay tuned. Let's go look at the spreadsheet. Let's look at some of the numbers. Man, there's just, oh wait, no, that's not it. What am I saying? I got a whole stack over here. Kobe, Flair Showcase, row 1, 7. Gross. I don't see 7. PSA did. I have to relook at that. Same card, 7. I don't see it. A lot of these I'm going to have to really, really reconsider. If you guys go look at the difference, how about this? A 6. Okay, that's a 6. Somebody tell me why this is a 6. Have you ever seen a 1969 Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Topps Tall Boy 6 and what it looks like? 8. 8776. Okay. All right. I'm not with you on that one. How about the row 0? 8. That's a $4,000 card in a PSA 10. think it's a $1,200 card and a PSA 9, if I'm not mistaken. Rodman, I left the coating on because I thought, you know what, this is the one that I've looked at where the coating looks impeccable. I kind of wiped it down with a microfiber. There was no defects or surface scratches on the coating, no bubbling or anything like that, so I tried it. 9 with the coating. Pretty good looking card for Rodman. Not the refractor, just a regular old finest coating Defenders card. Number 275, came back a 9. Another Kobe 97 finest, came back a 10, second year Kobe. Jordan finest came back a 9. They don't want to do it, man. They don't want to give me a 10 on those finest, the ones that matter. Oh, gee, what do you know? 9. 999 on all 3 of them. Here's the Duncan. I left the coating on this one, came back an 8. So I'll probably, you know, again, this is a rookie card, so it might make sense to peel the coating and crack it, peel the coating and resubmit it. I don't know. I got to run those numbers. Make some tough decisions. And then last one, 96 Apprentices. We saw the Nash, got a 9. We get the Iverson with a 9. Card number 69, sexy card. Came back a PSA 9. No coating. That's it. All right, let's watch the spreadsheet. 9's actually pretty good because this is off center. You know, I knew it was going to probably, 9 was probably best case scenario. Young Allen Iverson, fresh out of Georgetown. Wow. Came back a 9. Anyway, that's it, guys. Stay tuned for the spreadsheet. The only thing I think about when I look at this, you know, when I look at these 50 cards is missed opportunity. It's not a bad grade. It's going to cash flow very well. But, you know, when you look at these, you know, when you look at the stack of 9s and the quality of cards in these 9, it looks like there's moisture in those too. Guys, look at these cards. It looked like there's some kind of moisture in all of these cards. See Jordan's face? Now look at Iverson. Can y'all see that? You see it? I don't know what's going on with these. That kind of concerns me there. Anyway, when you look at the cards, there's 7 cards that got a 10. They're all low value cards. And then the cards that all got 7s and 8s are all high value cards. And this is what propagates that conjecture, that theory, that hypothesis that PSA is pop controlling cards that matter. Again, it's only a 50 card sample size, and you've seen orders where I've gotten tremendous results, but I don't know. There's so many decisions to be made because I just don't think a lot of these grades were fair. You know, I've always said I'll call it like I see it. You know, PSA is my grading company of choice because of the inherent value in the cards when they do come back 10s and oftentimes in 9s as well. But you know, some of these are just begging to be cracked and resubmitted and tried again. Stay tuned. Let's look at the spreadsheet and let's cry together. Thanks. All right, you saw it. There they were, 50 cards. All I can think about is just lost potential. You know, let me get you over to the spreadsheet. It's not the end of the world. 14% gems on 50 cards from the 90s it's certainly not the best, but it's certainly not the worst. The problem is the 7 cards they gave me 10s on don't move the needle at all. And we're about to look at the pop report. Look at my fat face. Now look down and to the left. There's your chart, right? 7 PSA 10s, 24 PSA 9s. Almost half the cards in here got PSA 9s, right? Remember, one of them wasn't graded. The high risers they didn't grade, so that'll have to go back. 24 out of 49 cards that they graded got PSA 9s. In my book, that's really good. And, you know, if it was cards from the 80s, that'd be really, really good. Or 1980 tops, that'd be incredible, right? I'd be a rich man. But it's like you get right up to the edge of the cliff, but you won't jump off of it, PSA. You know, I needed 10s on a lot of those finest cards with the coating that I removed, and they only gave it to me on a few of the very, very, very low-end cheap ones. None of the Kobe Flair Showcase, none of the Jordan, 95, 94 finest got 10s. But tons of 9s. Not too many 7s and below, but some of those were important, really important cards, including the Kobe's and the Tim Duncan finest embossed refractor rookie. So they're going to have to at least be considered crack and resub candidates. Let's look at the chart. Here we go. Again, 21-day return. That's awesome. That's impressive. So kudos to PSA for that. But damn, take more time and give me more 10s. That's my thoughts. The Dennis Rodman with coating, nothing there. I missed on all of the finest 229 Jordans, 9, 9, and 9. That's great. That's $90 each. And yes, that cash flows. I get it. But God, just if one of those cards had gotten a 10, I probably could have prepared this. Let's just do this together because this is what the theme of this video is, you know, lost potential. Let's see if we can find this. Base without coating 10. There you go. This is the deal, right? Here's the PSA 9. It's a $90 card. There's your chart. It's pretty steady. The card's going to be $85 to $120, right? If it's a PSA 9. Look what happens for the base card, and we're talking about this card. When it's a PSA 10, look what happens. The last one sold for $1,000. And I had 3 really good looking copies in there. Those cards definitely need more attention. What would you do if you were me? You got 3 9s. You can crack these for another $65 and send them right back and try to get, even if it goes 7, 8, 10, it makes sense, right? I don't know. Time is of the essence. I'm 50. I don't have a lot of time to kill. I got a lot more boxes to go through. I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of kids and a wife, but damn, at some point the dollars just add up and it makes sense to try again. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Kobe 97 Finest 262. I did get a 10. It's only a $50 card. That seems really low. It's a second-year Kobe Finest. I just thought that card would be worth more. The Tim Duncan Finest rookie with rookie, yeah, with coating. I left the coating on there. I think that's that Defenders card. That's PSA 8 is a $20 card. Of course, they didn't grade the high risers. Here's your Kobe showcases. I sent 6 of them, guys. The Row Zero is a humongous card. In a PSA 10, it's a humongous card. That's another one we've got to pull up. Watch this. Let's plug it in. 1996 Flair Showcase Kobe PSA 10. Let's just plug it in and look at the numbers real quick. A Row Zero PSA 10 is a $4,800 card. My PSA 8 is a $450 card. That is a 10 to 1 factor. The Row 2 PSA 10 is an $1,800 card. This one right here, and I sent one in and it came back at 8. It's a $100 card, right? So 100 in a PSA 8, 1,800. That's 18x in a PSA 10, and then I sent in 4 Row 1 Kobe Flair showcases. They came back 7,768. That is a total of $180. If we go look at the Row 1, look at this. It's an $1,800 card in a PSA 10. Hell, even in a PSA 9, that card is a $230 card. So one PSA 9, if I'd have got one PSA 9, that's worth more than a 6, 7, 7, and 8 combined. I think I have to crack and try again and just hope to get a grader who had a good night the night before. I don't know what else to say. I'm not a Kobe collector, but I'm also not stupid. I mean, I deal in numbers for a living. That just doesn't make sense. The Gravity Denied came back a 7. I'll keep that in my collection, but there was a little bit of paper loss issue on that, so I'm probably not going to resub that. Those Showstoppers Jordans that came back 10, like I said, great. Thank you for the 10s, but you picked one of the cheapest cards in here to get the 10s, but it does add ammunition to my argument that, removing the coating is the way to go, because those 4 271 Showstopper 97 Finest Jordans took the coating off of all of them. 9, 9, 10, 10. So winner there, winner, chicken dinner. The hot stuff, I sent 2 of those. One came back at 9, one came back at 8. A 10 on a hot stuff is a huge card. I don't think that's going to be in the database. So let's just plug in hot stuff Jordan PSA 10. I thought both of these had a chance at a PSA 10. It's a $1,500 card, man. It's a $1,500 card. Now, I know it's not easy. It's a 5% gem rate. So I sent 2 in, and I came back 9 and 8. But if one of them had hit a 10, you're talking about $1,500 card, a really hard card to track down. The Kobe 96, the Topps paper is $150 as a PSA 9. The embossed Duncan refractor, I just can't get it right. I need a 9 on that to have value. It's a pretty rare card. Again, numbered at, what did we say, 263 or something like that. Those Star Focus, those are worth nothing in PSA 8. I wonder what those Star Focus are worth. I wonder if I can find this. UD3 Jordan PSA 10. How many of those are there? That's my question. There's your card right there. It looks to me like the coating is on these cards. Tell me, am I wrong? I've got friends who are saying there is a peel on it and a cover. Some people say there's not. Some people say take off the cover, it'll grade well. This looks like a 10 with the coating on there. PSA doesn't seem to be making a distinction between coating or no coating. Is there a coating that you can remove? I probably need to just crack those cards and play around. It's not worth anything, right? Those 3 cards are worth $25, $25, and $10. So I could probably just crack it and see what the deal is. But a PSA 10 last sold for not very much money. There's 97 PSA 10s. It's an 8% gem rate. And somehow I went 688. I mean, the cards sold for $444, $403 300 last 3 sales. And so it might be worth cracking those open and just messing around and seeing what the deal is with those cards. Missed on the Garnett. The Arena Star is in a 9. Happy with the 9 grade. It wasn't a perfect card. Real happy with the 9 grade. That's a $500 card. That's a keeper for me because that's my highest grade, so that's why it's highlighted in yellow. I didn't have the Fleer Tradition. That just base Jordan card, number 23. I didn't have that in a PSA 10. That's a $190 card. I told you there's not very many of those out there, so I'm keeping that one in my collection as well. Missed on the plus factors. The Metal Universe Championship, just a complete, absolute total miss, which honestly, that surprises me. I thought those cards looked really good. I chose those 4 cards in particular, Jordan, Kobe, and then Reggie Miller and Garnett. Why would I grade those if I thought that they weren't going to come back at least a 9 or a 10? They came back a 7 and a 9. Maybe I missed something on the Reggie. I don't know. Holding Court, they just refused to give me a 10 on that card. I've just never got a 10 on that card, the refractor or the base version. I've probably submitted 10 or 12 of those. I've never gotten a 10. It's all 8s and 9s. The 2 finest, Iverson and Nash, they would not take the plunge. They gave me 9s on those. The Team Skybox is a 10. That's great. $185 card there. The Shaq Finest 1997 PSA 10, $60 card. You know, so it's like you're giving me 10s, but you're giving me 10s on cards that just aren't really moving the needle. And then the 94 Finest Jordan, number 331 with the jersey wearing 45. Excuse me. Those both came back 9s, which is nice. Those are $125 cards. But look at the 10, right? Let's look at the 10. This should pull right up. Yep, there it is. Base without coating. Where are we? Just come on. Let me just go up here and just switch it. Here we go. There's the base. Let's get the base without, oh, that's it. That's the base without coating. So this is the card we're talking about right here, right? You guys remember that. I think I went 9.9 on those. PSA 10s are worth $600. PSA 9s are worth $100. So are those 2 cards that you would crack and resubmit just based on what you saw? How about the 1998 Finest number 81? Those came back PSA 9s. It's a $35 card. I don't know if that's going to be in here. Finest 81 Jordan. I don't know if the base is going to be in here. No, it's not. So let's cut and paste this, or copy and paste that and put it in here and paste it and see what those come back as. That's a $140 card in a PSA 10 and a pretty low pop card as well. Pop 206, but look at the gem rate. So I sent 2 of those in and got 9.9. The gem rate's almost 46% on those. So it almost makes sense to send them back and try to get it because the PSA 10 is worth, what did we say, $140. I don't know. It's tough. Look, does it cash flow? Yeah, you'll see $4,000, right? But man, if you look at the potential on those cards, if just the Kobe Flair Showcase Row 0 had come back a 10, that one card's worth more than all 50 of these cards. That's how subtle the difference is between 8s, 9s, and 10s, guys. Again, it's the same old story every time I do one of these grade reveals. Some pros to this order, some cons to this order. I think more than any order that I've looked at, this order has 10 to 12 cards that are begged to be cracked and resubmitted and a recap video redone examining the results and seeing whether it was worth it. Would that not be eye-popping, must-see content? I don't know. I think, and again, the jury's still out. Removing the coating, leaving the coating. I did get some 10s, but I also got tons of 9s. Was it just this guy or girl on this particular day grading them that just said, you know what, Cajun? I hate Louisiana. I hate the way you dumb people sound. I hate how loud your voice is. I hate that you scream at the television like you scream at your screen when you do content like we can't hear you. You know what? I'm going to urinate directly on top of your head and give you some pretty mediocre grades in return, give you a bunch of almost 10s, some 9s back so you can be happy and maybe you'll just go the other way. But you know what? I'm not going to walk the other way. I'm not going to turn the other cheek. I'm not going to turn my cheeks to you. I am going to crack and resubmit these cards, and I promise you I'm going to get some 10s on these cards. I really am. So I'm going to do this out of spite. If you guys watch Seinfeld, do you ever see that episode where Jerry's like, no, I did it out of spite? I'm going to do it out of spite. I'm going to crack and resubmit some of these cards and keep you guys posted on that, and we'll see what happens the second time around. Let's see what happens the second time around. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Let me know your comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about how stupid it is to crack and resub, or how definitely I should crack and resub. Everybody's going to have an opinion. Some people are going to say, send them to CSG or SGC or whatever they're called. Send it to Tag. You'll always get the right grade. Send it to BGS. Well, I tried BGS, and they couldn't even mail the shipment back to my right freaking address. They didn't even get my address right, so my package of BGS graded cards is floating somewhere out in, hobby space. So I don't know where to turn at this point, but I'm certainly thinking one more crack at it, no pun intended, or pun intended, with PSA is probably the way to go. I really would like to see what you guys think in the comments below. Again, keeping in mind, this is a very subtle game we're playing here. I know you guys watching my shitty iPhone with all the glare and all the other crap that goes with it. I don't have the high technology. I'm not sports card investor. I'm not, any of the guys that make the high quality content on the internet. I'm just a guy talking, trying to do what you guys do, which is, buy low, sell high, and then build his personal collection. So I can't put too much time and effort into the audio visual, although you guys have been awesome and loyal, and I probably do need to put some money into that, and I probably will. So if y'all would buy and sell more cards on PWCC, I'd have more money to put into the audio and visual. No, I'm not going to sit here and complain about that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Hope you enjoyed the video, and peace.